So here's the thing. Ben has tried the M1 Max and M1 Pro, the best laptops ever made. Like the ultimate pinnacle of, technology evolvement, like the best that ever has happened. Evolvement, that's it. The question is, why would you still choose your PC tower for your editing station rather than that MacBook Pro that's in front of you?
That is the age-old question. And that is like the really biggest question that even my dad has to me all the time when he knows that I have a PC build in my office. He comes up to my room and he's like, what are you doing with that massive piece of computer? He's like, my computer, and he pulls up his MacBook Pro. He's like, I can do all that you can do. And like, that's the perspective of these new laptops, that just ditch your PC builds, ditch what you've had all these years, and just buy this MacBook Pro. It is more powerful. It's quieter. It's cooler. You can walk around the house and edit in your underwear. Why wouldn't you just stick with these MacBook Pros? And I think what me and Lauri have been discussing from a non-fanboy position, because these are great laptops. If I needed it, I would buy it. It's fantastic. But what is the value of a PC for somebody who is trying to make the decision between each of these? Now, the value for a PC is a longevity, in mine and Lauri's opinion. Let's talk about that, Lauri. Why will PC builds last longer? Will they?
I do think they do last longer. First of all, because...
that's number one. And then we have a few more points, but that's number one, longevity.
Laptop parts or PC parts, or laptop and PC, whatever, personal computer, whether it's laptop or a tower, the parts can be upgraded, interchanged, and the parts will last longer than the upgrade of a next generation. So for example, my power supplies have warranty of over 10 years. I can take this power supply for a long time. MacBook battery won't have a warranty for 10 years. MacBook warranty is 2 years, I think, something like that. Or
no. I mean, that's if you buy the extra warranty.
Oh, so it's even worse.
I think it's a year.
Okay, so there we go. Yeah. So Apple doesn't give
Apple Care can get you 3 years.
Apple doesn't give you like an upgrade path in your PC parts. Whereas, let's say you're on a budget and you want the ultimate nice, the ultimate dream computer that can edit everything, but you don't have the money to buy it right now, but you know that your business is gonna, get there eventually, then where do you start? You can't buy the MacBook if you want to get that, because it's going to cost you, a lot. And if you go anything...
Well, and if you buy the MacBook Air,
yeah,
you don't get to upgrade that MacBook Air to the level of a MacBook Pro M1 Max. You have to buy a MacBook Air for $850 to $1,000, and then once your business gets to the place where you want, then you get to drop another $6,000 to $6,000 or $4,000 to get to this point.
Exactly. But with PC builds, if you're a creator, that's what we're focusing here on this channel. If you're a creator, let's say, and you're a video editor, video editing business agency, whatever, you drop like $1,000 or $2,000 on a PC, then like probably $1,000 worth of the parts you can use for your next generation. So your next upgrade path is only going to cost half of the PC build on the first place. Unless you want to change your PC cases or whatever. You don't have to really. You don't have to change your power supply. You don't have to change your cooler unless you want to. But in Apple or, MacBook Pro case, I don't think there is even an option given to you in that regards.
And the thing is, you got to think about, so like Lauri's talking about from like an upgrade path standpoint, which is a fantastic thought process, because a lot of you have been asking in my comment section in regards to laptops, hey, which one's going to last longer, a Windows PC laptop or a MacBook Pro? And what Lauri's saying here about desktop PCs is, well, I mean, the desktop PC is actually going to last the longest, because let's say you buy a $3,000 setup. Let's say you get everything you want. It's $3,000. And let's say your GPU goes out. Well, guess what? You get to just go out and buy an $850 to $1,000 GPU rather than going out and buying another MacBook Pro or another laptop for the full amount again. So that's why even if a part burns out, you only have to replace that part. And that's the biggest value of a PC in regards to longevity and upgrade path, is that option to not have to junk the entire thing and start over.